Welcome everybody to the Suikoden Tactics All Recruits New Game Plus run. Now, just before we start, I want to say there is RNG manipulation at the very start of this speedrun. So, the starting RNG stats of all of our characters, you could manipulate it by going in and out of this load game menu. So the RNG starts at 0, and if I exit this menu, the RNG value will get to 1, and then I could keep like repeating that to increase the RNG value over and over. And I'm just going to use the RNG value of 0 for this speedrun. So yeah, once I enter this menu, I can't exit. And if I do exit, I have to like restart the game. So otherwise, I wouldn't know like what my starting start values is for more characters. So yeah, that's it. So anyway, this is an NG plus run, so I'm going to start with a pre-made save. And that's started run. So this is a new game plus run, so obviously I will have like a bunch of broken stuff already at the start of this run. And the most important feature of NG Plus is the fact that you can skip the cutscenes. You can't actually skip the cutscenes if you play the new game normally, but yeah, you can actually skip the cutscenes here in NG Plus. So that probably saves like at least 1 hour. Anyway, first tutorial battle, so you don't get the chance to adjust your equipments yet, so the new game plus effect isn't apparent yet for now. So what's going on in NG Plus of this game? All your characters will still stay at their original level, but their skill level will be retained. So all of my characters will have their like useful skills at like the S rating already. And most importantly, like you got like all of your items, so you could equip like the late game runes and the late game equipment straight away. That's not a good start. For the start, like this fight, normally you want Walter to kill the wind animal straight away. But anyway, so this tutorial fight, you can't really adjust your equipments yet, so you can't really equip like your broken runes or broken equipments yet, unfortunately. But the fight is pretty straightforward, though. You just like kill all of these enemies. Actually, there is one NG plus advantage here. Seneca is by default she equipped her battle lance skill, and the battle lances are at S level. So her damage is like higher than what you normally do in a regular new game, and she can one-shot these enemies. Oops.
Well, that's an interesting dual weapon technique you have there. Nicely done.
Apologies, a bit of menu hiccups. And yeah, this one is pretty straightforward. There's no really sad strategies, and then I'm just gonna have Lazlo, Snow, and Kirill attack the left enemies, while Walter, Underp, and Seneca attack the right side enemies. That's all there is to it. And the enemies' movement are kind of random as well. As the thing with this game, like the opponent stats are random, and which includes their speed, so their turn order could have some variance. And depending how their turn order goes, like they could end up moving differently for every time you do an attempt. So I can't fully predict what will going on here. Oops. Oh, great. Lazlo could actually one-shot the damage one, I guess. Wait, that's a mistake. Seneca attacked the wrong. Seneca should attack the weaker furball, not the strong one. Whoops. Yeah, because there's that level 4 furball at the back. And yeah, it's level 4, it has a tougher health. And Seneca can one-shot it, so kind of a mistake. Seneca could have one-shot the weaker furball, but not that one, so that was my mistake. I'm definitely gonna kill this one for bull here. You normally don't see Under attacking anymore after the at all through this fight, but yeah. Things went a bit differently than what I expect here, so. Also, guys, again, welcome to Suikoden 5. So we have like quite a lot of giveaways throughout this marathon, so you can type exclamation mark giveaway in chat. And we have... Damn it, Walter can't reach it. I'll just Lazlo take this one. Yeah, we have 5 copies of the Suikoden Remaster on Steam from our from the people in the speedrun communities here, and we have 2 Suikoden merchandise bundle officially backed by Konami. So if you want to enter for the role there, go type that and go to the Google form. Okay, tutorial facts over. Time for the actual speedrun now. First of all, we're gonna start attaching our broken runes on our characters. So Undead gonna have the level 2 water spell, Flowing Rune. And you're gonna have Warrior Rune for Kirill, which gonna increase his attack a lot later on.
Thank you.
So,
And we continue the story. And yes, yeah, so this Suikoden 5, we purposely scheduled it just 2 weeks before the actual Suikoden Remaster release. Because obviously, as Suikoden fans, we are super hyped for the upcoming remaster.
Huh?
Okay, time for the... Okay, so for this fight, our goal is to just kill the boss, Sigurd. So we don't need to kill other enemies, and I'm going to do that by making Seneca to be a very OP character. So, one of the... This game, whenever you reach the S rating on a level, you get some, you could get a powerful item. And we equipped some of these items to Seneca earlier, so she's like super OP for now. She has super high speed, so she'll always like move first, and she has super high attack as well. I'm going to do some equipment on Undert as well, not for this fight, but for the later fights. Eventually, we're going to do a bunch of magic attacks with Undert, and I have to buff his magic by a huge amount. And also equipping the magic skills on Undert. So Undert gonna use 3 different elements through this run, so I'll have to like equip the skills of all those 3 elements. But just for this fight though, we're just gonna... It's Seneca's time to shine. See that? 90 damage on a 28 health character. Very balanced. Small trick here with Harvey and Walter. I use move and standby instead of only standing by, because by doing a move, it will delay their turn, and if I don't move, then their turn will appear before Seneca, and I have to do another standby, which slows down the menu a bit. So I do move and standby to delay their turn, and Seneca will move first. And just 2 turns, Seneca could be Sigurd already and will one-shot him. Easy. I'm so skilled in this game. So the category name here is called All Recruits NG+. So I'm going to recruit all of the optional characters for this speedrun. So there's like 60 characters total in this game. I think about how many of them are optional, like about half of them at least? Don't remember exactly. But yeah, but for the first like 40-50 minutes of this run, like it's still gonna be the same as any percent. It's like it takes a bit of time until we start doing the optional recruits. And yeah, this pack is pretty simple, so you just have to get a character into that red box there at the top. So we're just gonna have Brando killing the front pirate, and that lets Edgar to move forward straight away. And now we don't need to do anything else until we wait for the Edgar's next turn. And yeah, so for the first like probably like 40 between somewhere between 45 to the first 50 minutes, we are just gonna do this. It's just gonna do story fights. Basically, it's the same run as the any percent run. But after that, we're gonna have a detour and he's gonna start doing a lot of recruits. And the recruits in this game also involve like doing a lot of the quests through the quest guild. Okay, now this is the first real fight where we see how powerful are the magic spells are in this new game plus mode. So I equip a flowing rune on Under, and that lets him cast Breath of Ice straight away in the even if he's only like level 2. So flowing rune normally is only accessible at like the very late part of the game. But again, this is NG plus, and yeah, I get access to flowing rune straight away, and I could and Under could immediately start casting an area spell. So we have a bunch of the enemies there packed in the middle, and the Breath of Ice will kill most of them. So this run, this level has two objectives. Either you kill all enemies except Steel, or you just kill Steel himself. But Steel is like very, like all the way back there, and it's hard to reach him. So it's much easier to just kill the enemies here, straight away in the front. Okay, one enemy left. Gonna have Brando or Edgar kill up the rest. Okay, Kirill, the main character, hasn't done actually anything in the last two fights, so we're gonna finally start using him. So I need to start doing the manuing here. Gonna equip Ogre Mail and Ogre Breath, because both of them will increase his attack by a huge amount. And then I'm going to equip a bunch of like the Flame Mirror and a bunch of Rage Beat to cast Fire Tiles. I don't need these fire tiles for now, but they will be in use later. We will use a lot of them later. You'll see why. It's not to buff Kirill. I don't use it to buff Kirills, but we'll use it to trigger another magic spell later on. Yeah, we find that Kirill does grow up fast. I think it's only. I think the first prologue part is like 7 years before this part, and then like there's a hang on. So anyway, yeah, it's gonna use Breath of Ice again to kill 3 of his rebels, and we'll have Kirill kill elementals. Yeah, I think the way the story goes, like the very first like tutorial battle is like 7 years before the main story, and then we have like a jump for like 4 years, I think, to where Kirill's party have a fight with the Steel, with Edgar and Brother, and then another 3 years jump to be after the Suikoden 4 story. So yeah, these footballs was like they are very close together, like the Breath of Ice can kill all of them straight away. And this is actually going to be the last time we use the Flowing Rune. Breath of Ice is very useful for these like the last 2 fights. But after this, we don't need them anymore. Because later on, there's more enemies, and the Breath of Ice won't be able to cover like a lot of the enemies. Once they are like spread out at like a huge space. Okay, time to go to middle board. Oh, during these dialogues, there's actually like if you press R1 and triangle, like it gonna like auto mash the dialogue. You don't have to mash the dialogue box. Okay, gonna replace the flowing rune from Underk and gonna use the rage rune. So from now on, Underk will be a fire mage.
Thank you.
Also, in New Game Plus, we got the NG Plus exclusive character, Lelesil. And she's going to be the main star of this upcoming fight. So we don't actually use Underk here, and we're not using Seneca as well. Gonna take away her equipment. Play mirror. Gonna put fire tiles on Seneca as well. Because we're going to use a bunch of those fire tiles later on. Now, so the goal of this fight is to reach the end goal. Like it's far away, like 33 tiles away. And Lelesil have the highest movement range out of all the characters that we have at the moment. She could move 7 tiles. None of the other characters could do that at the moment. So she could finish this fight in 5 turns. And we're gonna equip a bunch of equipment in her to make her OP and make her have a very high speed, so she could like move before like all of these other enemies. Like, see, so I equipped a bunch of equipment that boosts her speed earlier, so she moved. She's only level 1. She started level 1, while other characters are like level 5 or level 6 here. But she actually moved before all of them. And yes, Lelesil can actually fight Wave Thunder, so some people doesn't know it because like yeah, you only got her on an NG plus. And she is useful as well, like in certain ways. For this fight at least, like she has the highest movement range here, so she could finish this fight quicker compared to the others. I'll have Kiri here just like pick on a few enemies just to reduce their animation time later on. And welcome Clayton Clay Davis and Ekas23 and Mr. Nauta. Yes, we're on and oh Muto as well. Muto aka Mochile, the Euden runner later on. Yeah, so again, welcome to Suikoden Tactics round. So yeah, our goal here is to just have a character reach the end goal there in the red boxes at the corner, at the top right corner. And from the starting position to that end goal tile, like you need to walk 33 tiles. And Lelesil is the only character here that could move 7 tiles in a turn, so she could like reach the goal in like only 5 turns. While other characters like Kirill could move 6 tiles, so she will still need like 6 turns to reach it. And Undert and Seneca are even slower, so yeah, they'll take even longer to reach the end goal. Okay, Lelesil have to blow up this rock. So Lelesil have an extra move. And after beating this rock, I could actually move her 2 extra tiles forward. But I'm gonna stay back a bit here. Because if Lelesil move forward 1 more tile, it will trigger extra enemy spawns. And I want to delay these enemy spawns. Because yeah, if I don't delay it, then I'll have to watch some extra enemy animation on the following turn. Okay, now Kirill's just gonna run away, doing nothing. Okay, final turn for Lelesil. Alright, now this is the part that has some RNG in it. So Lelezel usually will be able to reach the end goal on the next turn. But there are a bit of times where the enemies are positioned in a way that block Lelezel from moving to the end goal. And if that happens, then I will have to yeah, the fight will be slower by one turn, and it's gonna be a lot slower because one extra turn in this game means that you have to watch a bunch of enemy moving around, and it'll lose me like close to 50 seconds. I think like at least like 40 seconds maybe. And okay, so I think this is fine. Yeah, okay, this is fine though. Okay, fortunately, like they are positioned in a way where Lelezel could just hit one blocking enemy and do an extra move to the end. So this is fine. All good. Okay, this is time to... the first time we'll see the Blazing Wall spell in action. So Blazing Wall is a fire spell that okay, first of all, hang on. So I'm gonna put fire tiles with the rage speed in front of Lelezel. So we want to get as much enemy in stepping on the fire tile as much as possible. And that's to trigger the Blazing Wall spell. So Blazing Wall, the way it works, it will damage anyone who is stepping on a fire tile. So a lot of the strategy in this round will depend on using Blazing Walls. We're just gonna try to have like a bunch of enemies standing on the fire tile, and we'll have Undark casting its Blazing Wall to kill a bunch of enemies straight away. So in this fight, I have Lelezel moving forward straight away, baiting a bunch of enemies to go next to her. While Kiril, who is slower than the others, he'll move after the enemies and he'll be able to cast a fire tile on all of these enemies next to Lelezel. There you go, easy. Most enemies dead straight away. And yep, Lelezel's on a fire tile as well, so she will get hit as well. So Lelezel is the bait for this fight. Press F to pay respects for Lelezel. Yeah, this is how a lot of the speedrun going to go. Just gonna use fire tiles and blazing walls to kill a bunch of enemies straight away. The blazing wall is a spell that I think like not a lot of casual players use it. Thus, to make it work, you need a bunch of elaborate setups to bait the enemy into the fire tiles. But yeah, this is a speedrun. I already know how this fight's going to go, and like I already know how to manipulate the enemy's movements. So I could get a bunch of them baited into fire tiles easily. Welcome back to Purus. Yeah. I noticed not a lot of Suikoden players have played Tactics, but the one who does, sometimes they have like a lot of nostalgia in it. Like, it's a unique game for sure. There you go. Yeah, get over 900 AXP because like Under kills a bunch of enemies at once. That 900 XP is actually small compared to what you will see later on. You will see much bigger EXP gain later on.
Hey, you little...
Actually, I forgot to watch what's to see what Undark's magic is. Because it's important for the next fight. Anyway, next fight is the Nessa Pirates. There's a lot of RNG in this fight. A lot of randomness in it. Hang on, first of all, I want to see what... Okay, good. Okay, what do? We remove Seneca and... So I don't need Lelezel to be super fast anymore. So I'm going to remove her buffing items that buff her speed. I want her to be slow now, actually. Yeah, and now from now on, I want my So normally, like we have two different roles in this in a lot of the fights. We have people whose job is to cast the fire tiles, and normally you want them to be slow, because you want to wait until the enemies finish their movement so you could know like where to place the fire tiles. And then we have the mage who actually cast the blazing wall. So that after all of the fire tiles are put, then we're gonna kill a bunch of enemies straight away. But in this fight, though, you see in the left side here, we have Kika and Naleo. And unfortunately, like the game doesn't let us modify Kika's and Naleo's equipments or skills yet. So they are not OP, and they can't like just one-shot the enemies easily. And also the enemies' movement are a bit random as well, so there's some randomness in here. But the worst part of the randomness came from the elementals. So at least at the start, I killed the wind elemental there. Normally it goes near Naleo. But here, this water elemental is super annoying. It could go in any direction, in any way. I can't predict it. And I just have to hope that they will one day be close enough to one of my characters to be able to kill it. Like, if I get very unlucky, that water elemental might just be roaming around the waters in the middle that I can't touch. And yeah. Anyway, you see, so I didn't just like wait until the enemy finish their movement, then I used Blazing Wall to kill a bunch of them straight away. Also, fortunately, like one of the enemies in the left is also like a fire element, and he casted Fire Tile on himself, without knowing that I'm going to use Blazing Wall to kill him. Okay, but this part though, like yeah. So Kika and Naleo, like they are still pretty strong compared to the enemies, but they are not OP. I can't modify their equipment, so I can't give them like the broken items. This is one enemy on the right that is alive as well. Normally he's on a fire tile, but not this time. See that, hang on, can I kill this one at least? Might have to have Hero be the one who killed that one enemy on the right. And that water elemental is like moving in the middle of nowhere, so might be bad luck here. I'm going to have Lelezel cast a fire tile here. It's an empty spot right now, but there will be new enemies spawning at that spot later on. So just preemptively cast the fire tile, preparing for the enemies to spawn. Die. Good. Haha, that water elemental is still moving to the middle of nowhere. This is not good. Okay, at least Kirill could kill this bowman. I have to get them out of this part though. Actually, no. This should work right. Uh-oh, hang on, I made a mistake. Crap, I made a mistake. I shouldn't... Okay. I made a mistake. So, the way these enemy spawn works, they will spawn once the rocket is damaged. But I let these enemies spawn before I could get Kika move out of fire tile. So if I cast Blazing Wall earlier, not only these enemies will die, the Kika will also die, which yeah, I can't let happen because I will lose the game basically. Like you are not allowed to let Kika Rally die. So that was a mistake from my part. Now I have to kill like those new enemies like the hard way, the hard and slow way manually with Lelis and Kirill, I think. Maybe I could do it this way. Okay, that looks like Blazing Wall. Okay, I think this might work. Not really, isn't it? I'll just use this for the swag. I could have just kill that bowman manually, but I'll just do it for fun here. Ah, damn it. That's quite a huge time loss actually. I could have killed those 3 enemies quickly with the Blazing Wall, but yeah, I messed up my sequencing. Hey, Housewar X, yeah, Seek didn't, AU didn't run out. Oh, in the first place, actually, never mind. I haven't even finished the game. You see that water elemental in the middle? The game wants me to kill it, but this water elemental's movement are random. And he's still staying in the middle of the ocean that I can't reach. So yeah, until I kill this water elemental, the fight isn't over. Can I reach this? No, I still can't reach it. Perfect. They are close, but they're like still not on the edge for my melee characters to hit it. Perfect fight, yeah. So this is the one of the fights that have so many RNG in it. Can I reach it? Okay, Ika can reach it. Ah, finally. Also, welcome, Sena. Yes, and soon we're going to be able to play the remaster as well. And yeah, with the marathons like this, like it will happen for like 4 days non-stop, so we'll have like a time for everyone in any time zone. Although that also means that yeah, not everyone could watch everything though. Nah, that's just how it works, unfortunately.
I see.
Oops. Okay, we got 2 new characters here, Flare and Tristan. We're not really going to use Flare, but Tristan, we are actually going to use it a few times later on. Actually, more just one time. Anyway, next fight, El Il. Okay, remove Seneca. We're going to... Okay, there's another part in the game later on we need to use Mizuki, so I'm going to do the equipment menuing here. Even though I don't actually use her in this fight, so just gonna do the equipment and skill menuing. And we also use Akagi later, but actually we're going to use Akagi now as well, so... I'm gonna make equip him a Hand of God, so his attack is very high, and also Imperial Ring to buff his speed by a lot. And get speed. Okay. So Undark here is kinda going to be the bait that baits enemy moving forward. So I'm gonna have Akagi moving before everyone else, so that he could... So on turn 2 later on, there will be enemy in the back that will move forward, because they got baited by Akagi. She gonna cast a Wind of Sleep here, but it's fine if Akagi get a sleep, because there will be other enemies that attack Akagi after this, and woke Akagi up straight away. Thank you, AI. So standard Blazing Wall strats here, we're gonna cast a bunch of fire tiles on the enemies to trigger the Blazing Wall. Now the fun part is here, there's a mage in the back that's going to cast fire tile on herself and boss, the boss of this fight. And because they're at a fire tile, my Blazing Wall gonna hit them straight away. So yes, they're just gonna die straight away from the start without me having to do anything. And also these 3 enemies next to Akagi as well. Yeah, so the way Blazing Wall works is just gonna hit every enemy stepping on a portal. And that's how you're gonna clear a lot of the enemies in these runs. By casting fire tiles on top of them. And having the Blazing Wall do the work. Without the mage having to move anywhere. Okay, Kagi is going to go here, kill this one mage, and because he's moving forward, he's like all the way forward here, like he's going to bait a bunch of enemies in the back as well. They're gonna move forward, and Kirill will be able to reach them and cast a 1 rage beat on them to trigger the blazing wall on a single turn. Oh, hang on, their moves are actually a bit different here. Actually, this is a bit unlucky. There's like one enemy I can reach with the fireball, so I'm just gonna have Akagi kill it. Yeah, this is a bit unusual. I could kill all but one, so just the one left, I'm gonna have Akagi kill it. Oops, a bit of menu hiccup there. There are a bunch of enemies and they're all dead in only 2 turns. That's how OP Blazing Wall is. And it's something that you can't do in a normal game because you don't even get access to Blazing Wall yet by this point of the game if you do a regular new game. Okay, Golan Ball have some randomness in it because the enemy's move could be unpredictable. The strats again is to use Blazing Wall, but yeah, the way these bandit moves have some randomness in it, so I have to try to adapt to what they're doing. Also, if you see the turn order here, there's some of those blue enemies, the blue spearmans that are like some of them are slower than Kira or Lele, so these spearmans have low speed. And to be able to cast a Fatal on them, I need one of my characters to move slower than them. So which is why I use Seneca. So Seneca, we haven't used her since the second fight with Sigurd, and she's still at level 2, so she have like a very low speed compared to everyone else here. And she'll be guaranteed to move last, which is important for this fight. And bottom set is good. So Lely's just gonna cast Spa down here. Alright, Kiro did. These 2 spearmen are gonna move up to Kiro, so not sure. Okay, this is good. So I'm gonna cast these Spartals here, and there's still 2 spearmen at the bottom here that will move up to Kiro. That's gonna bait them and hope they will walk to the Spartal. That doesn't work. Oh, let's. I might not do that. Okay, at least one works. Yeah, I might not have done that perfectly. I might have like, maybe I should like, if I try to think it properly, maybe I could like find a different position where Kirill is guaranteed to be able to bait 2 enemies instead of only 1. Oh, also like one of those mini bosses in the back there, he cast a Fatal on himself, so he's also dead. So there's 3 mini bosses in this fight, one of them is dead straight away, and the 2 other will be able to kill him next turn with another Blazing Wall. Lily still cast 1 here. Yeah, Kirill still moves. Okay, this is a bit annoying, but I think I could be able to do this. Okay. Hey, actually, oh, this is funny. Okay, so I have Kirill in the fire tile as well, so he's gonna get hit by the blazing wall, which is fine. I think I could have positioned Kirill in a way that he doesn't get hit though, but anyway, doesn't really matter. And gonna have Sena cast fire out on these two mini bosses. Anyway. Press F to pay respects for Kirill. We have that one win elemental left, and I'm just gonna let Seneca kill that one. So I could have Lele still kill this win elemental as well, but I don't want Lele to level up though, because there's another fight later on where I don't want Lele to level up too much, in case she end up getting like a high speed. I'm just gonna let Seneca kill this win elemental, and grab the level for herself. Okay, new town. So just gonna do blacksmith and upgrade Kirill's weapons here because Kirill will do a bunch of physical attacks, and yeah, we need to buff his physical attacks later on.
Come again.
Let's see. Okay, Merceto. This is a very, very epic fight. Not going to do any menuing. So, we just have to kill the boss in this fight. And the boss is a fire elemental who casted a fire talent himself. So, if you know how the Blazing Wall spell works, you can already see what the strategy will be here. Yeah, so the way Blazing Wall works, it will damage anyone who is on a fire tile. And since the boss is already on a fire tile, we don't need to do anything else. Just gonna have Ender cast Blazing Wall. That's all there is to it. Very simple fight. Although just one thing to note, like earlier I moved Ender one tile forward. Because if I don't, then the enemy in the back would actually reach him, attack him, and it could interrupt his spellcasting. So I need to make sure Ender can move one tile forward. Yeah. So if you forget to do that, yeah, the enemy will attack you, and you might have messed up your whole round there. Other characters don't need to do anything. I'm so good at this game. Thanks, Shidu. So that's audible on the mic, isn't it? Okay, what do we do here? Under from the back. Okay, a lot of enemies in this fight. And we have to kill everyone. So, this fishmen in the front, their movements have a bit of randomness as well. I have to pay attention to where they move to know like where to put the fire tiles. But at least the enemies in the top there, like their movements are fixed. So Seneca will be able to cast one rage speed on all of them straight away in the first turn. And okay, good that Lelesil and Kirill also have like a low enough speed so that they are moving slower compared to the other fishes. Oh, what do I do here? Let's just look at this switch. Yeah, my decision making is a bit slower. Okay, this is a bit. Hang on, this book. Wait, did I mess up? Oh, I actually messed up. Oops. I actually messed this up. I think this still works, but. Okay, this is gonna be stuck still. What does this mage do? Hang on. So, is this if anything happening? No, okay. Whoops, that's a lot of them. Okay, I messed up my movement there. Hang on, I moved the wrong color. Okay, that is very bad. I actually messed up my fatal placement. Losing a lot of time here. Normally I should be able to kill that blue fish mage there. But yeah, I think I messed it up. So I have to do something else to kill that mage later on. I think it should be fine. Okay, Sena gets HP, good. Yeah, the fishes in the front, their movements are kind of randomized. Yeah, I have to pay attention to like their placements every time. And I think this time I messed it up. Oh well. I should be able to kill that blue fish mage there. Okay, so we got Mizuki, and Akagi here. So earlier on the first LEL fight, I do some equipment menuing on Mizuki and Akagi. It's also partly because of this fight, because we have to use them, so might as well just buff them here. So they could one-shot the enemies at the bottom. Okay, that's nothing. Okay, Lele still need to move all the way here and cast fire tiles on these two enemies in the back. So one of them is a fish mage, and if I don't kill it early enough, he might be able to cast a Vengeful Shout. It's a spell that gives a spell shield on like on one of their enemy units. And if they get a spell counter shield, that's not good, because I normally kill these enemies using spells. Yeah, it's just fine. Welcome, 10K Star 16. Yeah, so not a lot of Suikoden players actually have played tactics setting, but the ones who do play, like a lot of them actually kind of enjoy it. Like, it's a rather unique game. What will Roger do? Oh, it casts Ring of Sleep. That's fine. Okay, Layla still is asleep, but I don't need her anymore, I think. Next turn I could use Kirill and Akagi to kill the last two enemies. There are some parts that actually could be hard. Like if you aren't really prepared, like some parts could legit be hard in this game. Unlike other Suikoden games, which are like known to be like easy in general. Also, funny thing about Kirill, like at this point of the story, he can't manually kill the fishman, because there's like a story point there where Kirill got traumatized by fishman. So if you try to attack with Kirill, he can't kill it. He can't kill the fishman. So I have to have Kirill cast a portal on top of the fish here. Okay, so far we've only been doing the story, just like a regular any percent run. But now we're gonna have some detour and gonna do some optional recruit fights. We're gonna do some optional recruitments here. We want to. So one of the optional characters we're going to recruit soon is the hero from Suikoden 4. And this hero from Suikoden 4 is super OP, which is why we want to take a detour now and recruit him as soon as possible. So to get the hero from Suikoden 4, you have to load a save file from. You have to load a save file from Suikoden 4 that already recruited all 100 stars, and he is super broken, so which is why I want to recruit him as soon as possible here. Also, while on the way, I'll also go here, Nose Pirates, and recruit Dario and Aleo. And you'll recruit them if you go into Nisa Pirates at like a win or a Earth Day. Can you go to Middleport? Alright, so Middleport has a quest guild. There are a bunch of quests, and one of the recruits will require the highest quest guild level, which is why we have to do a bunch of these quests. We are at E rank right now, which is like the lowest rank, and we need to do quite a lot of quests to just to level up to the D rank. But this is NG plus though, so some of the quests ask us to get certain items, and we already have those items in the inventory, so we don't need to actually do anything for this quest other than accepting it and reporting it later on. At some quests though, the way it works, you have to... Oops. The way it works, like these, what you call a dispatch quest. So you dispatch a character, and they need to have like to meet a certain requirement. Most of the time, they need to be like have their stats above a certain limit to successfully complete these quests. And I think that's all. Okay. Also, there's Pablo in here, which we could recruit, and we're gonna talk to this merchant to complete one of the quests. Okay, so that's the quest menuing done. And one of the quests that we apply for earlier, it's called it's a treasure hunting quest, and we go to this deserted island and meet Reen. And we're gonna help her doing the treasure hunt. This is a very unique fight. So Reen is a character that could dig treasures. She can't fight, but she could like see those yellow circles there. That's an indication that there's treasure there, and she could go there and what do I do here? And she could dig for treasures. And so for this fight, we need to get 3 of those prime gold ores on those treasure spots. But there are enemies around, and we need to make sure that Reen doesn't get hit. So Reen is only like level 1, and if she got hit, she's dead. Kirill and Lelethal, because we already equipped like a bunch of like broken buffs on them, they could one-shot all of these enemies, and so Reen will be safe. So with this fight, you don't really have like a super quick way of doing it, because like you just have to have Reen manually go to the treasure spots and dig it. Oh, also that lightning elemental is an interesting spot. So if you go to the right side of this map, more enemies will spawn. So we want to make sure Lele will never go one tile to the right side here. Once she went there, then new enemies will spawn, which we don't want to look at. But we do want to kill the lightning elemental though. So I just have to hope the lightning elemental will go left to a spot that Lelysel and Kirill could attack them. Reen can't reach that treasure spot yet, so now that sucks. I can't kill that lightning elemental. Okay, it's a bit unfortunate. So if I can't kill the lightning elemental, so okay, after I do this second dig, there will be new enemy spawns, and if the lightning elemental is still alive, like it will like change the turn order in a way where we see those 2 new frogs, they get to move twice later on instead of only moving once. So Kirill and Lelysel don't have to do anything anymore here. But yeah, so we need to walk away, go down. And see, those enemies are still moving before Reen. Like, normally, like, the enemies will move after Reen, so we don't have to worry about them, but okay. I'm just gonna stop one of the enemies from moving here. And have Kirill as a bait. I don't yeah, that enemy's close to Reen there. I don't want them to reach Reen, because he might actually die. Welcome, Dexio. This marathon gonna go for like for like non-stop for like 4 days. There will be like runs for you after your work. Don't worry. We have a time zone for everyone here. Yeah, there you go. Third click, and that's it. This fight goes like it's rather unfortunate because like I can't kill that lightning elemental and it messes up the turn order. So the enemies, the new enemies spawns, they get to move twice instead of only once there after they spawn. Okay, but the main reason we go here right now is to recruit Lazlo, which is like the nickname for the hero from Suikoden 4. So here it is. So this is Lazlo. Yeah, so how do I set it? You limit this, you put this on the left, and I need to go for speed. That's speed angle. Oh, I need Sena as well. Now, this fight have some annoying randomness. So you see, like, Lazlo will be dueling with this crab here. And there's a chance that the crab will just kill Lazlo before I could get even reach Lazlo and kill the enemies. So Lazlo make me dead before I could even do anything. And if that's the case, then I have to reset the fight. Can you hit the water elemental? Nope. Okay, I earlier have like Lilith is gonna cast a flame mirror here just to delay her turn. I want her to move slow on the next turn. I want her to move after the crab. I should have isn't it? Okay. Nice, I could actually kill the water elemental. And I think with Kirill being slow. Okay, if the crab attacks Lazlo will die, and I have to restart this fight. But I think with Kirill being close here, the crab will go to Kirill instead, which is good. That's what I'm looking for. Now you switch to Undark and you set a place wall. The way the turn order works in this fight is actually complicated. Like I have to do a bunch of turn order manipulation with like the way I move my characters. Hard to explain everything here. This fight might look simple, but it's actually complicated. Okay, an important part here, I need to put fire tile, and I also need to remove the water tile in the bottom of the crab. Because the water tile will buff him, and he might not be one shot by the blazing wall if he's on the water tile. Yes, the giant enemy crab finally dies. But yeah, after you kill the first crab, there's like 4 new enemies popping up. And I'm just gonna put fire tiles on these enemies before they get to move. Okay, Lazlo gonna waste our time by using that rune. It doesn't do anything, but whatever. At least he doesn't die. That's what's important. Okay, so first Kirill casting the fire dart on the enemies on the left, and Lily is still gonna cast the fire dart on the top. Okay, this fight goes well. Agree, Gimpy Joe. Yeah, you hit the enemy crab and its weak point for massive damage. This is the fight that was based on ancient Japanese history. Let's see how many people actually get the references to those. Anyway, this fight went well, which is good. So again, this fight have some randomness. Like Lazlo could die straight away on the first turn before I could get to do anything, and there's a chance that the turn order randomness got messed up and the starts might not work if I get unlucky. But this time it works smoothly though. Okay, and I got hero the Lazlo, which is like the most broken character in this game. You'll see why later on. Alright, I purposely go to Nanal on a water day here, because if you go to Nanal on a water day, you get to recruit Eugene. So Eugene is only accessible on water day. I mapped my travel specifically to be on a water day here. Also gonna do some rune equipment. Lazlo gonna use a bunch of magic, so I'm going to buff his magic with the wizard rune. And I want buff melee speed because I'm going to use her a couple of times later on, and I need her to be at a high speed. And Jeremy will be like one of our main characters who will cast a bunch of fire tiles. So, which is why I'm casting the Rage Sword rune there so that he'll use that to cast a bunch of the fire tile spells. Anyway, that's the Detour is done, and I'm gonna go back to the story. But some of the next fight later on, we're gonna do it in a different way compared to the regular any percent. As regular any percent, we don't have Lazlo, but this time we do, and Lazlo is super broken. And this is the first showcase of Lazlo's brokenness. So a bunch of manuing we have to do here. Gonna switch this to... Oh, not this way. Kagi. I'm gonna take out the Imperial Ring because I want someone else to use it. And gonna do equipment on the Lazlo. So he's depending on magic, and I'm gonna buff his magic a lot by equipping a bunch of magic buffs on him. This bracelet, Imperial Ring, action scrap, woven dress medal. Also buff his speed a bit. And that's it. I'm not going to put him on the starting formation too. So this is melee. She could She could mount the mechanic horn, which buffs her movement range a lot. And I'm going to buff her speed as well. Need to have high speed here. That's speed and mechanic horn. So in this fight, you only need to kill the boss at the back, and before they even got to move, I could use melee to move a lot, and then the movement range of this double-edged sword spell is also very long, so I could reach the boss straight away on the first turn. So before anyone could do anything, I killed the enemy straight away. So the manuing in this fight is longer than the actual fight. On any percent, like we could hit the boss in one turn, but we need to wait for the Blazing Well spell to get cast, so we still have to watch a bunch of enemy moving, which costs like a lot of time. With this one, yeah, it's super fast, as you can see there. Just turn one straight away, melee will move a lot, and then you switch to Lazlo and use the double-edged sword to kill the enemy in the back immediately. Yes, unarmed Unicorn is like one of the MPVs of this run. What do I do here? Another one. Okay, Clayton. So the rank, it has like a couple of different factors. One of them is based on like how many experience you deal or how many damage you deal. And because I only kill one enemy, so like yeah, those ratings are low, and which is why like I only get a B rank. Okay, I'm not using this one for now. I'm gonna set up Jeremy. Good mail. Good that. Jeremy's main role for most of these fights is going to be cast the fire tiles on enemies. So Jeremy can also use a Cairncorn, and so he could like move a lot and reach enemies on the back straight away. Although his actual speed isn't high, which is good. We want him to actually have a low speed, because we want him to move after the enemies. And also some rage beat on her. Okay, this fight you have to kill everyone, so it's a standard fight where you use Blazing Well to kill like almost all of the enemies. And yeah, I set up Jeremy like as the one of the main fire tile caster from now on. We're going to use him a lot. Because he could use a Cairncorn, which increases his movement range by a huge amount. But at the same time, his speed is kind of low, which is good. Because that means he will move before these enemies get to move. So it's kind of like the opposite of melee speed. Earlier, I want melee speed to be high because I want melee to move before the enemies get. Oh, hang on. I want melee to move before the enemies get to move, but it's the opposite with this one though. Yeah, so again, so if you haven't seen Blazing Well before, the way it works, it will just damages every enemy on the stepping on a fire tile. So a lot of our strategies will be based on like putting fire tiles on top of the enemy and have the mage kill them all without even having to move anywhere. Yeah, I need to pay attention to Under's magic level as well after the end of this fight. It's gonna be important for later on. Corsilia not going to do anything yet. So in this fight, like because we can't do equipment menu in Corsilia yet, she's kind of useless. She can't really do anything yet. But after this fight, though, we're gonna use Corsilia a lot. Yeah, so these new enemy spawns, we're just gonna cast Spartal again before they could get even to do anything. Oops. There's 2 lightning elementals left, and like you can't use blazing wall on those because like they are on lightning tile. You can't change their elemental tile. So since Jeremy and Kirill are in the front there, we're going to hope that the lightning elemental is reachable by them. But if they can't reach it, I could like swap one of them with Lazlo and use Lazlo's spell to kill the lightning elemental as well. So there's still a bit of randomness in this fight. Like the enemy turns for so the other fish's enemies, their movements are kind of scripted here. They always move in the same way if you also move in the same way. But the lightning elementals are random though, so you just have to hope we could reach them, which we could. Jeremy's on a lightning tile, so I need to dismount to increase his attack. Because being on a Kangor actually lowers his attack. Okay, so the next fight is another fight where you just need to kill the boss without killing anybody. So, but I still have to do some equipment menuing too. So, gonna remove the Imperial Ring and Merchant's Cap because I want melee to equip it. I need to buff melee buffer speed by even more with this Imperial Ring and Merchant's Cap. Oops, and then I want to mount. So you just have to kill Roger here. And again, this is like the Martin fight earlier. This is gonna have melee move forward. Then use Lazlo to kill the enemy. Okay, Roger actually have a rather high magic defense, so I have to buff Lazlo's speed. Lazlo's magic by a huge amount for him to be able to consistently kill Roger here. And he also have a high speed, so I have to buff melee speed by a lot as well earlier. But yeah, when all the setup is done, then you just kill the enemy straight away on your very first move without the enemy being able to do anything. This is how broken as Lazlo is.
Kirill.
Rank B, yeah. So the way the ranking system works here, like you have to kill a bunch of enemies as well, and you have to get a lot of damages. And if you only kill one enemy, like what I did there, some of my other like criteria will have a low rating, which is why I only get a B. Oh, you're gonna do some rune swapping here. Okay, from now on, Andak will wear Thunder Rune. And we're gonna equip the reaction. So now Andak will be a Lightning Mage and Corsilia will be the Fire Mage.
Thank you.
Yeah, so all this time I've been using Underk as the fire mage to kill a bunch of the enemies, but I want to swap the roles now. So I need to buff Corsilia as well. Like, we have a very limited amount of mages, and having another leveled up mages is very, very useful. This is another fight where I have to actually kill everyone. So there's no quick way of doing this. I just have to use blazing wells as usual. Okay. Glowing row, water mirror. Oh, I need to remove RPG classes as well. Okay, gonna buff her magic by a lot by equipping a bunch of like the OP items. Okay, important part here. See this salad? I'm going to keep it on her inventory. Because if I don't, the item list order that I have on my inventory is gonna get messed up, and my menu is gonna be slowed down. So it's actually useful to. I need to make sure I don't like unequip that salad there. Okay, Godspeed, extra move. You'll see later on why she needs an extra move. You won't need it right now, but it'll be a very important trick later on. And yeah, as the yeah, you're correct. Yeah, standing on the elemental tiles will also increase the level rating. And cause like when I just like kill the boss straight away in one turn, I didn't do any of those elemental tiles, which reduces the rating as well. So, Vorsilia is level 16, and a lot of the enemies here is like level, what is it? Like, some 18, some is like 20 plus, and she's gonna kill like a bunch of them straight away. So, you'll see like a super high level gain later on over this. Actually, let's don't need to do anything here. Okay, these three moments are always close together, so I could just cast one fire rage beat on them. Kirill is going to hunt for the wind elemental there. And Sena is going to do this. Some of the enemies' movement are kind of randomized here, but you should still be able to get all of the enemies easily in the first turn. Oh, also those 4 mercenaries in the back, they also cast fire tiles on the Obel, so yeah, they got to get killed without us having to do anything. These 4 mercenaries on the back there. But they have like a high stats, so earlier I need to buff Corsilia's magic by a lot just to be able to one-shot them. There you go, 8,000 EXP, 8 levels at once. Okay, let's hope the wind tile moves close enough to kill. Okay, this should fine. And so new enemies spawns, but yeah, we're just gonna cast fire tile on them again before they could get to anything. And fortunately, like the enemy boss there, they always walk to the fire tile without us having to do anything either. Okay, nanti gue Haruna.
Your father.
Okay, so this fight, one very important part here. You see this bridge? So, yeah, if the enemies move to this bridge, my character's gonna get blocked. So I have melees being set up here to have a very high speed and to move before all of the other enemies. So she could move forward and beat the other enemies and stop them from blocking the bridge. It's very important to have like a high-speed character here to be able to move for all the other enemies. Because if that bridge got blocked, then like yeah, my other characters can't reach a lot of the enemies, and it's gonna get slowed down a lot. But other than that, like everything else is pretty straightforward. Like it's just gonna bait the enemy and cast fire tiles on them. And if I don't mess up, then everything should work how it normally is. And we already equipped, oh, we also equipped melee with Mermaid Row, because that will change her tile into a water tile. She's naturally a fire tile, which will be a negative, have a negative affinity to that water tile she's stepping on, which is going to be bad for her, and she could actually die if... And she could actually, melee could actually die if I don't change her water tile to her fire tile into water tile. So the mermaid rope is like it's a rare item. Like you have to dig it in one of those like the Obel ruins final level. And Jeremy gonna get Water Tile to buff Cecilia. Okay, first turn done. So most of those enemies in the front died. Ah, nice that mage swells into fire tile by herself. So sometimes that mage will not be on a fire tile, and if that's the case, then Kiro has to cast an extra fire tile. But I don't have to do it this time though. It's good. Anyway, I'm gonna dismount melee so that Jeremy could use the mount on the next turn because he needs to move a lot for this turn. So one thing you could do in this game is to cycle the mounts. Like it's not only a single character you could equip with a mount. You could just like have one character move forward by a lot, and then you dismount him or her, so that another character could use the mount on the same turn. This, and it's gonna get Spartal as well. There's this one enemy there behind the stairs. Important for the Lelesil to face backward there as well, because it will bait another enemy onto fire tile. There you go. So if Lilithel doesn't face backward, then that moment will, instead of attacking Lilithel, she will go to a neutral tile. And I have to cast an extra fire tile on her. Okay, important part here. Gonna change to Lazlo and kill this one. So there's this one officer enemy here that is very fast, and he will get to move before Lazlo, before Corsilia could cast her Blazing Wall. So instead of using a fire spell, I'm just gonna switch to Lazlo and kill this officer straight away. Lilith don't need to do anything. Oops. Shh. I nearly clicked the wrong spell. That's gonna ruin this whole fight if if I actually casted the wrong spell. I just mashed without thinking and nearly clicked the Rage Force spell. Anyway, yeah, so we have a bunch of giveaways in this marathon. So we have the 5 Suikoden Remaster copies on Steam. It's gonna be provided by us, by the speedrunning community here. And we have 2 Suikoden merchandise bundles provided officially by Konami themselves. Okay, gonna do some change on
Hello
runes.
and welcome.
I gonna actually downgrade Corsilia's fire rune here, because I actually want I want Corsilia to be able to cast flaming arrows, the first level fire spell, and you won't be able to do that with the upgraded rage rune. You need the basic fire rune for that. But the flaming arrows will be very useful though. And we're gonna make Simeon a cyclone wind mage by using the cyclone rune.
Thank you.
And that's all. Time to move on with the story.
The border.
Imperial ring, so someone else going to use it. Shield. Okay, going to use Simeon here, so I'm gonna do some equipment manuing on him. Element rope, that's gonna buff his magic damage a lot. Magic hand. Complex. And skill. Wind magic. Okay, swap to Frederica. So Frederica is a very powerful character. First, she could wear Hand of God, which increases her attack a lot. And then she's an archer, and archer could attack from a distance. And one of the spells that you get access with the Hulk rune as an archer is what do you call it again? Dance of the Hulk. It's an area spell that could attack a bunch of characters at once. Anyway, in the meantime, we're just gonna buff her a lot with all of these skills. With all these skills and equipment. And put it in the back. And this. This. Gonna buff Lazlo's magic here. A lot of manuing in this fight. Anyway, so the goal of this fight is to blow up these rune cannons. So there's 2 straight away at the start, and we have 3 far away in the back here. So the two at the start, I'm gonna kill them straight away with Frederica's arrow attack and also Corselia's flaming arrows. As Frederica's damage has been buffed by a huge amount, so she could just one-shot that easily. Also, there's two enemies here in the front, so I'm gonna have Lazlo kill two of them for now and kill another one next turn. I also want to buff Lazlo's level to level 20, because that will unlock another skill spot in him, which is gonna be useful later on. Oh, and earlier I downgraded Corselia's rune, because that gives her access to flaming arrows. So flaming arrows is an instant cast spell, so I could just like instantly kill an enemy here straight away. You don't get to use that spell on the rage rune. I'm gonna put water tile to buff Corselia here. Kirill is gonna do nothing in here. And Seneca, even though she's technically doing nothing, she has an important role. Because we want to put one slow character in this fight to manipulate the turn order later on. It's a very complicated mechanic that, yeah. Also, I'm gonna have Frederica move just to delay her turn. I will need her to swap into Simeon on the third turn. There will be a Suikoden 4 run later on. Not after this, but there will be more later on. So if you look at the schedule, this marathon, yeah, we have two Suikoden 4 runs. Like one any percent and one 108 stars. Okay, a bunch of enemies in the back gonna cast fire tiles on themselves, so that's gonna let us kill them all straight away with Blazing Wall, with Corselia's Blazing Wall. So you see that Corselia's turn order, her casting comes after Seneca, before Seneca, and that's what we want. So there's some funny, some janky turn order mechanic here where if you don't have Seneca, don't have slow character there, enemies turn. So okay, after we kill this bunch of enemies, there'll be new enemies that spawn, and if you don't have Seneca, the enemy's turn order will be changed in a way that doesn't favor us. So we need one slow character, any slow character, and because we already have Seneca on our starting position, we kept her there. She's a low level character, she's low, and by having her turn after Corselia here, the new enemies that will come up, their turn order will be changed into our favor. This is like it's a very complicated mechanic that I can't explain it in here. And if you really want to look at it, the explanation, I made a thread in Suiko source about it. But basically, these new enemies, I want them to move fast. Okay, use Simeon. So, Simeon is going to cast Shining Wind. It's like the wind version of Blazing Wall. Basically, it's going to damage anyone on a wind tile. Now, there's no one on a wind tile yet. Right? But you see these enemies that are going to move soon? One of them is going to put a wind tile on the cannon in the back, on one of the cannon in the back, which lets Shining Wind to kill those cannons straight away. And also this enemy here, so this enemy also casts fire tile on the cannon in the back, so that lets us to use Blazing Wall straight away. And so there's this one earth cannon left that it's not going to be on a fire or a wind tile, but Jeremy will be able to reach that one cannon. So again, this is the one, the wind cannon that she's gonna cast a wind tile on it, and Simeon is already getting ready there with his Shining Wind. Easy. And there you go. That one last cannon, like Jeremy is like in the perfect spot to cast the fire tile. The any percent run, it is very complicated. So if you go to the speedrun.com leaderboard, Zero has done a solid run of the any percent run. That's like a time of like 3 hours 57 minutes. And the strat is very complicated, definitely a lot more complicated than what I've shown here. And very hard run to do, a lot of randomness as well. And also in regular any percent, like we don't have cutscene skips. So these cutscene skips are only for New Game Plus, which obviously gonna speed up the game a lot. But yeah, if you just play the game regularly, you have to watch all of the cutscenes. Okay, it's gonna upgrade Kiro's and Freddy's weapons because I'm gonna use their physical attack a lot. Okay, so from now on, I'm going to stop doing the story and just go bunch of recruiting from now on. Until we recruit all of the characters, and only after that where I go back to the story, which is gonna take a long time. What do I do here? Okay. Yeah, so from now on, I'm gonna have a huge detour, do all of the optional recruiting and quests. And it's gonna take more than an hour until I get back to the story. First of all, let me teach Island. If you watch his run, like you don't exactly need grinding if you play it smart. But yeah, it's still a lot harder though, because like you can't just use Blazing Well to just instantly kill a bunch of the enemies early on. Anyway, time to do some optional quests. So earlier that's a E rank quest, which lets me recruit Maxine. And where are we going to? Okay, go back to Millport, and I'm going to report all of my previous E rank quests. So just before I recruited Lazlo earlier, I think it was about 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I've registered a bunch of quests, and these quests will be enough for me to advance to D rank. So one of the recruits, the Mercenaries group, you need to be at S rank, the highest quest guild level, to recruit them. And you also need to do a one complete run of the Obel ruins as well to be able to recruit them. So a lot of work to be able to recruit them. So and a bunch of quests I have to do. Okay. Oops. Oh, also one trick with the... So you see, I just got these 3 high-level characters. And for the optional fights, the enemy's level is actually based on the average level of your party. So these 3 high-level characters actually like they increase the average enemy level by quite a lot. But I have a trick here. I used these dispatch quests earlier. Like I put Paula, Jewel, and Selma on those dispatch quests, so that they will be removed from the party temporarily, and that will that will reduce the average level of the enemies. Okay, there you go. So I have put Paula, Jewel, and Selma on a dispatch quest, and that will remove them from the party. Okay, we could report a few of these quests straight away. So with some of these quests, because they ask you to get an item, and because this is an AG+, I already have the item in my inventory, so I don't need to do anything else to complete them. Just have to accept and report them. Okay, that's all the quest menu. It's so many menus here. Right. Also, I started this Rainbach recruitment quest earlier, so the first one is to talk to the woman inside the gossip menu. And that's it. I'm going to go to Merced to recruit another very important character. Lots of quest menuing in this part. It's actually pretty difficult to do it fast. Okay, first of all, it's gonna do the gossip and talk to Rainfold, because that will be for Mitsuba's recruitment later. And now the main reason I went here. So we have the quest to catch Cedric. Okay, so the goal of this fight is you need to damage Cedric, but you can't kill him. So you can't do too much damage on him. And he is very fast, but I'm going to be even faster than him by having Frederica equipping a red O that will increase her speed by a lot. So I could go here straight away, and then I switch to Maxine. Cast a low damage fire spell on him. If I attack Cedric with Frederica, then Cedric will die because the damage will be too high, and I will fail this. So I need to swap to someone else. But yeah, so normally this fight is like it's like a long game of tag where Cedric will usually be faster than you, and you have to go all the way around the city here to catch him. But if you have a character that could move faster, then you could just reach him straight away and catch him before he could do anything. Okay, now this is the best part of this speedrun. We're gonna go to Obel Ruins. And because like, there's some quests, important quests later on that will only be unlocked after you finish the 5th level of the Obel Ruins. And the Obel Ruins is a hard part. Yeah, some rune equipment for now. Balance rune, Pelika. And gonna use skill to buff Cedric's speed. Yes, it's an if. It's a very like specific requirement to recruit to get the S rank on that Cedric recruitment fight. Okay. So I recruited Cedric earlier because he's super useful in these Obel Ruins fights. You'll see why later on. First, I need to do a bunch of manuings though. Oops. Gonna remove all of these characters from the party. So, do this. Remove. Okay, time to use Cedric. So Cedric has a very high movement range. And I'm gonna equip Phantasmal Coat so that he has a very high vision. And also Iska's Bracelet. So Iska's Bracelet will give immunity to the sleep status. So in these Obel Ruins, you have Fly Lizards, which could cast a Wind of Sleep. And if you don't have the Iska's Bracelet, then Cedric could fall asleep and I can't do anything if that's the case. So it's very important to have that, what is it? That Iska's Bracelet. Also, dodge. Now, these Obel Ruin fights, the goal is to just reach the end goal here. You don't need to kill the enemies. So, what I'm going to do, Cedric could move like by a very high range. And I also equip him with Phantasmal Coat that gives him a very high vision. So all of these enemies that try to attack him, he'll just dodge out of the... So he'll just dodge out of them. And also if you notice, the enemy's only level 17. Some of our characters are already at like, I think Frederica is like level 27, but so the enemies are level 17 because Obel Ruin enemies, their level are based on the party average level. And because most of our characters never leveled up, our average level is kind of low. And also if you remember earlier during the quest guild, I put high level characters on dispatch quests. So that will temporarily remove them from the party and it will reduce the average level even more. There you go. Ah, yeah, this dungeon theme is a classic indeed, Regulus. So again, same trick with this one. Just gonna have Cedric go all the way forward while dodging everyone else, dodging all the enemy attacks. And yeah, again, like I think earlier I equipped Iska's Bracelet on him, which gives him immunity to the sleep status. Because these Fly Lizards will be able to cast Wind of Sleep on Cedric if he's not immune. And if he falls asleep, then I'm gonna be screwed. But oh, there's also a very funny trick at the end of this level. You're gonna see this one soon. Ooh, that one still hits. That's... Well, that's not lucky. That is actually very unlucky. Yeah. I'm not sure if this will work. Hang on. This lightning elemental blocked me. Without this lightning elemental, I would get blocked. I'm not sure if I... What could I do here? Can I do anything? If I move with take an all and move with Frederica, I might actually get hit by Blazing Sleep. Actually, I have to do something risky. Damn it. That's a fun trick that I can't get to show because I got blocked here. This is very unlucky actually. Okay, I just hope the Fly Lizard doesn't cast a sleep status on me. Yeah, that's actually very unlucky. I got... Oh no, this is not good. Frederica fell asleep. I need someone to do physical attack on Frederica and to wake her up. The others are too far, isn't it, for this? I might need to wait one extra turn. Just so that someone could attack her and wake her up. This really sucks. Very unlucky. Oh, thank you very much. If he didn't attack there, like, Frederica will still be asleep and I can't complete this fight. Yeah, that was super unlucky though. Okay, so what do we hear? So this one is also like we're just gonna use Cedric to move all the way forward, but we still might want to keep Corsola here. So there's 3 possible patterns in this fight, and in one of the patterns I might need to use a Blazing Wall with Corsola, not this one though. Okay, Corsola don't need to do anything. Okay, so each of these Obel Ruin fights they have like 3 different patterns, and there was one pattern here where there's a Fire Spirit enemy that could block Cedric's path. And I will need to have Corsola cast Blazing Wall on that pattern so that he doesn't get blocked. So, but not in this one. So this one, yeah, with this pattern, Cedric won't get blocked, and he's gonna move all the way forward freely. I'm gonna move here, and Corsola don't need to do anything. Okay, this one is simple though. Oops. Button. Easy. Oh, okay. The fourth level is kind of unique. So there's like again, there's 3 different patterns on the fourth level, and each pattern have like their unique strategy. Which one is this? 5 skeletons. So okay. I need to use Predica here. Yeah, there's 3 different patterns here, and each pattern have like a very unique strategy. Okay, this one is pretty simple though, so all I need to do is have Predica on Old Mound, have Predica on the side. So Cedric's path in this bridge gonna get blocked by that one enemy there, so I need to have Predica kill the blocking enemy before Cedric got to move on the next turn. Fine, doesn't matter. Okay, so Cedric's pad is blocked and he can't quite reach the finish line yet, but there's a trick here. So I'm gonna switch to Corsilia and have her cast a spell. So Corsilia has an extra move, and you see she got to cast this spell very quickly, right? So we're just gonna cancel the spell and she got the extra move, and that will let her move again. So that lets her move extra few tiles without spending one extra turn watching a bunch of enemies get to move. So that is a very important trick there. Lets you move that little bit of extra tile. Okay, time for the actual hard level. I got the... Okay, which pattern is this again? And we have Jeremy, Cedric in here, Celia. Okay, hang on, I have to do a bunch of enemy here. So there's 3 different patterns again, and each pattern have their own like starting formation. So I got what do I do here? Discuss bracelet, and then need to equip skill. So this guy, special lance. Obel, beat under the beat, here boost life, and it's going on and roll. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, so the way this, so these Obel 5, this is like the final level of the Obel Ruins. And there's a bunch of enemies, they are spread at like a very, very wide area. So there is no quick way of killing these enemies. Even though like, well, our characters are set up so they're like super strong, so Frederica could like one-shot a bunch of the enemies here. But still, we have to travel a lot just to be able to reach them. And Cedric is gonna move in the first turn just so that he could get this one high movement range, and then he can swap to Lazlo to kill this golem straight away. So basically, the way this fight works, we have Frederica taking on the left side enemies. She's going to use the ole to travel through the river and wipe the enemies on the left side. While on the right side, because we have like a path that we could walk by foot, we're just gonna use Lazlo here to use his OP spells and kill the enemies on the right side. There's this one lizard that Corsilia could reach straight away though. And yeah, Obel Ruins is like a very, very complicated level. Like I'm sure like almost everyone will take like a lot of hours just to complete this one. And there's also 3 different patterns on this fight as well. So each pattern they have their own starting formation. So earlier on the start of the fight, I have to like I zoom out, and I see I have to like have a bit of visual indication to tell me like, oh, which pattern it is straight away. And when I know what pattern it is, I could like adjust my formation accordingly. Like, I have them all in my notes. And you see that the golems earlier, their attacks are strong. It's like strong enough to wipe out the most of Frederica's health, even though like the golem is still have like a much lower level than Frederica. So I have Jeremy here. He's also going to be on all, and he's going to heal Frederica. So the special lunge is an item that could heal to full health. It will also heal status ailments, so in case Frederica fell asleep later on from the wind of sleep, Frederica will be able to clean them herself. Can you reach it? Okay, good. So both golems are... So time to showcase Dance of the Hawk. Okay, so Frederica has this very powerful skill, Dance of the Hawk. Yeah, it hits all enemies in her attack range. And so sometimes, like if we have multiple enemies in her range, she could wipe them out immediately. And if you notice, she also equips a Violence Rune. So earlier when she got damaged by Golem, it reduces her health to below 50%, and that will trigger the Berserk effect on her, thanks to the Violence Rune. So that will buff her damage even more. Lazlo, while walking to the end there, he's just gonna kill any enemies he could reach with his Eternal Ordeal spell, or the Double Leech. Anyway, it seems like the starting went. So yes, also like some of the enemies are movements are randomized as well. So yeah, unfortunately, like yeah, I have to accept the fact that again, like I have to hope that the random elements goes in my favor in this fight. So like this wind elemental here, okay, he's on foot. This wind elemental tile, because it's on a wind tile, I could use Simeon. So I'll swap Corsair to Simeon here. And I'll just use Shining Wind just to kill this wind elemental. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna have to... Can you actually reach anyone? I can't actually reach anyone, that sucks. I guess I could. Okay, I could just do this. I could just reach... Actually, hang on, no. I made a mistake. I could have used double-edged sword for that pile lizard, I think. I think that's actually better. Yes, Komodo. The Lazlo is super broken in the Suikoden tactics. So we're going to use him a lot. I probably don't need to heal Frederica anymore, but maybe I'll just do it just to be safe. So it's only the golem that could deal like significant damage on her. And yep, I'm using a Shining Wind to kill this one wind elemental. The thing is, the wind elemental's movement is randomized, so yeah, I can't guarantee to be able to kill him all the time. Well, it's this game is very connected to Suikoden 4, Komodo. It's kind of like a sequel to Suikoden 4 story in a way, and most of the optional characters are from Suikoden 4 as well. That kind of sucks. I hope the other fly lizard will attack her. She's asleep right now. Thank you very much. Just have to eat an Oreo on this one. I have to thank the fly lizard for attacking Federica and waking her up. There's still that one enemy that I can kill straight away. I have to wait another turn. Oh. Can Jeremy reach that one? Yeah, he could, right? Okay, there you go. That's Obel Ruins. That's the hardest part of this run. Okay, now time to complete a bunch of quests and recruit all of the optional characters now. Okay, so first we have this optional battle on Deserted Island. So this is the first set of the Mercenaries battle. Okay, this should work straight away. So okay, the goal of this fight is to get an item called Rainbow Crab Shell. And normally what happens is that one of these mercenaries will kill the crab straight away, and you have to kill the mercenaries that actually kill the crab to obtain the rainbow shell. But since I already have like Cedric set up with a very high speed and a high movement range here, I could have him go to the left straight away and kill the crab before the enemy got to touch them. And I could finish this fight straight away before the enemy could do anything. Easy. So yeah, the mercenaries fight. There's like a series of like fight from the optional from the quest guild, and on the final mercenaries fight, you got to recruit them. And to do the final fight, you need to go to the S rank and the quest guild, and you also have to complete the. You have to complete the what is it again? The 5th level of the Obel ruins, which is why I do all the effort earlier to complete the Obel ruins.
What do you have?
Anyway, we have enough class to complete here to reach the next turn. And time to get a bunch of quests again.
These are the quests we have.
Where's melee? Okay, this quest needs a high defense character. So earlier I equipped melee with a royal shield to give her a bunch of defense.
You accept?
So I could use it for this quest. Oh, also I have to say like to do the mercenaries, I also need to. So okay, one kind of hidden mechanic in this. Hang on, do we have some? One kind of hidden mechanic in this quest guild is that you have cheapos quest and you have X and coast quest. So if you do cheapos quest, then you'll upgrade his shop. While if you do the X and coast quest, you'll hurt his shop. And for to recruit the mercenary later on, I need to upgrade cheapos shop to the highest level as well. So a bunch of the quests I do have to be will be the cheapos fight, while I'll be avoiding X and coast quests for now. But there'll be a point later on when I don't need to care about cheapos quests cheapos level anymore, and I could do a bunch of X and coast quests. Anyway, right. First optional recruit in Lazlo, Rita. So there's a unique game here, where it's a competition build where who get to cast their own tiles. So Rita will cast lightning tiles, and I have to cast fire tiles. Whoever has the more tiles after 5 turns will win. And that's why I equip a bunch of rage beat here with Kirill for this quest. Because with the rage beat, it will cast a lot more tiles compared to Rita's own lightning force beats. And I could easily win this competition. At least in this game, you don't have to play Ritapon, unlike in Suikoden 4. There's already a bunch of RNG in this game, in this round, last simulant. So even though the fight looks like I have like a bunch of broken characters and all, but there's still a lot of RNG, like with the way the enemy moves, how the turn order goes. Yeah, still like my personal best is like still pretty bad actually. Like I still want to try to beat it because like yeah, there's a lot of RNG in this, and I still haven't got like a solid run yet. Oh, but just so this mini game though, yeah, it's easy. Like there's a bit of RNG in it with the way the elemental goes, but if you have rage beats while the enemy only have the regular lightning beats, then you can easily cast a lot more tiles, and you'll easily beat this fight. Okay, on the next final turn, I need to pay attention to Rita's dialogue, because she will say whether she's losing or winning. And if she says she's losing, that means I don't have to do anything. And I could just stand by on the next turn. But I'll have to watch her dialogue to see. Okay, there you go. She says she's losing, so I don't need to do anything in the final turn. Okay, the second recruit is the Snow. So Snow, you can only recruit him after you recruit Lazlo. So Snow requires the Suikoden for save file data as well. What do I do here again? Need Lazlo. A lot of manuings here to set up for later fights. Burial Ring. Scan. Token. Anklet. Fight is pretty simple though. So basically a bunch of Furbals that you have to kill, but they're like close to your starting position. So you could actually kill all of these enemies straight away before they even got to move. So you see, Frederica's Dance of the Hawk could kill like 6 enemies straight away. She's like super OP as well in this speedrun. Also, these 2 enemies in the front, Lazlo could just kill it with the double-edged sword. $1,000 damage. And there's this one enemy in front of Snow, but I'll just have Corsilia kill it before Snow even get to move. I'll use this Kirill skill here just so that I get a guaranteed 100% hit rate. Because earlier I equipped Berserker Belt on Kirill, which buffs his attack a lot, but it also like, reduces his accuracy. So if I just try to do regular attack, it's not going to be a 100% hit rate. Okay, so where do I go next? There and place. So there's a lot of like quite a lot of optional fights that we're going to do before we go back to Middleport and report our quest. So I have to go to Razrir and then Terena and later Sasta and then Merceto and then El Il and then only then go. So there we go. Going to use Akagi because we want a slow character. Cedric and Corsilia. Alright, so the Rothfest fight. So a bunch of enemies to kill here on 2 different sides. This first enemy on the bottom, yeah, we're just gonna have Cedric go all the way here, swap to Frederica, and use Dance of the Hawk. So all the enemies in this corner get taken care of straight away. Now for the other enemies, the bandits, all of the bandits are fire elemental tiles, and they're going to cast fire tiles on themselves. So yeah, it makes this fight very straightforward. So we're just gonna use Blazing Wall to kill them all. So Blazing Wall as usual. And yeah, these bandits, all of them are fire tiles, and they're gonna cast fire tiles to themselves, and also the chest there. So in this fight, not only you need to kill the enemies, you also need to get the chest to grab the Rose Crest. But fortunately, they cast a fire tiles there on the chest by themselves, so I don't even need to do anything for the chest. Although usually there's still like one enemy that's like not on the fire tile. Oh, actually, hang on. This is not. Yeah, I think this is fine. This is cool. But I still need Akagi here just so that okay, this is weird. Akagi is mapping faster than this one bandit. That doesn't usually happen. Okay, good. At least he still got baited to Fatal. There you go. Everything is dead on turn 1. Okay, so in Terrana Plains here, we have this Charlemagne Rosecrest fight to do. And we also have Mitsuba's recruit to do. And because we are already on Terrana Plains, so after this fight... Okay, so when this fight is over, we have a bit of dialogue, and then the game will transition us immediately to the Mitsuba fight, without even giving us a chance to do anything else. So after this, yeah, I can't even do anything, and the Mitsuba fight starts straight away. So this is a duel, and on the snow fight earlier, I do a bunch of equipment menuing on Kirill, just so that he could one-shot Mitsuba. The Mitsuba is like, I think around like 7 or 8 level higher here. But yeah, we could still easily one-shot her. Okay, time for a pretty long and also kind of unique fight as well. So this is the second Mercenaries fight. Okay, so first of all, the Mercenaries hasn't popped up yet. And we have these Savage Sprouts. So these Savage Sprouts, their speed is very low. Super low. So, oh, before that, I'm gonna do a bit of equipment menuing here. Anyway, I'm going to put like a couple of very low level characters here. Because I need them to be slower than the Savage Sprout, who are already super slow. So all these like unused low level characters, they actually have a use in this run. Also, Rita is like a level 1 character, and it's actually important to have a level 1 character here. She's like super slow, and I need one super slow character to use for the caster. Anyway, first of all, there's this Wind Elemental at the start, Predicated could reach. But the rest of the fight, they went like how a Blazing Wall fight normally goes. You wait until the enemies finish their move, and then you have your own characters cast Fireball on them. And again, yeah, those the Savage Sprouts, they are like super slow. So I put a couple of like super low level characters on my party, just so that they could be slower than the Savage Sprout. Okay, Emma could cast like a Fireball straight away.
Here you go.
But yeah, once I get to their turns, I could just like swap them to my actual useful characters. So Cedric has a very high movement range, so he could reach like this one enemy in the back. And Rita there, a level 1 character who is the slowest character here, she'll be the one swapping to Corsilia and cast the Blazing Wall. I need the caster to be even slower than the other slower characters. And yeah, once the Savage Sprout dies, then the Mercenaries will pop up. They are far away in the corner there. But because Cedric's movement range is so high, then Cedric could reach them and cast a Fartal on them before the mercenaries got to do anything. Okay, then that bowman goes to Fartal straight away, so I don't need to cast anything on her. Yeah, so these mercenaries, which are supposed to be like hyped up super bosses, we gonna kill them before they could even get to do anything. Okay, another optional recruit fight coming up. Wait, oh no, I messed up. No, shouldn't do this on it. Oh no, I messed up my movement cycles. I should go to the Mercenary first. Okay, damn it, this isn't good because I need to move in a specific way to get the right day cycle, elemental day cycle. I messed that one up too. I have to tweak my day cycle later on. So I need to be at later. Oh, might have to do some bit of adjustment later. Anyway, so this is an optional fight to recruit the Nekobolts. These 3 Nekobolts here. We just need 2 characters on our side. So who would I use again? Tristan. First time we actually going to use Tristan here. Yeah, probably just gonna rest in Caravan later on to adjust the elemental day cycle. Okay, so first of all, this corner here we have gonna be a fight between the Nekobolts and the Bandits. So they are random, like whatever they do is random. So unfortunately this fight, it does have some randomness in it and I can't avoid that. Sometimes they will do this, sometimes they will do a different thing, and yeah. How quick I could finish this fight also depends on what happened on the corner there, which is like, again, it's random. But at least the enemies on the other sides here, which we could reach straight away in the start, we should be able to kill them quickly. Wait! I made a mistake. I should mount Tristan with Red All to buff his speed. Because like Tristan would have be able to move before this bandit got to move. Okay, that was a mistake. Because these Red Alls give a high speed buff and he should be able to move before this bandit got to do. That's another mistake here. What I was supposed to do is to use the double-edged sword here with Lazlo on the 3 enemies straight away before they got to move. But yeah, I forgot to put the Red All on Tristan, so he have a lower speed. Oh, that was really unlucky. That bowman actually got hit once as well, so he's actually still alive. That was super unlucky, actually. Oh wow. If I didn't mess up with the Tristan's starting formation there, and I could have Lazlo move straight away to the top there and use the double-edged sword on the 3 enemies. And if I'm lucky enough, like all of the 3 enemies would die straight away without them being able to move at all. Oh yeah, Trinton, that's funny. Okay. In Suikoden 4, like the rune is kind of crap. Maybe the last the last skill could still be a bit useful. Okay, they killed the bandit at least. Nice. But yeah, maybe the last skill could still be a bit useful. But yeah, most of the spells are kind of useless when you compare this to just use a lightning rune and you could deal better damage. Yeah, Frederica here is gonna mount a wall across to the other side, and this man only killed them. Kill one of them. I'm using medicine as well. Ah, damn it. Can't kill the two enemies in the top quickly. Lazlo can only touch one of them, so it's kind of a mistake though. I'm just gonna have Frederica kill them, I guess. Can Nico Bolt reach that X-Men behind Frederica? I don't think so. I should kill it, right? Yeah, basically Rune of Punishment is super broken this one. Like the spells deal high damage, and they also have like a very high casting range as well. Like you could reach like further tiles with the Rune of Punishment compared to all other spells. Damn it, instead of attacking the bandit here, we waste our time by casting these tiles. It's gonna... Hey, Song of Peace. Welcome. Yeah, this fight is you might like the Neko bolts, but I found them a bit annoying just because this fight is unfortunately not the best fight. It's annoying. Okay, I could reach with this one at least. This is a bit overkill because just for one enemy I end up casting this spell. 1288 damage. Okay, this time I finally go to... Oh, hang on. Hey, have I recruited Reinhold? I do, right? Just make sure I didn't mess up. Okay, I do. Yeah, it's actually supposed to be Neko Bolt, not Neko Bolt, but it's just like the translator like do a bit of like creative freedom and make it Neko Bolt. Anyway, what do I do here? Akagi, Jeremy. Celia. Okay, so this fight is notorious for regular players because you see, you have to protect Kenneth and Katarina, they can't die. And for some players, like, they're just gonna get killed by some of these enemies here on the front. But I could prevent that by just having Frederica go here straight away and kill them before these enemies on our front could do anything to Katarina and Kenneth. Hey Karnas, yes, it's SRD. And it's the Suikothon. But anyway, this is like a regular Blazing Wall fight. So just gonna wait until the enemies make their move and then we're gonna get Spartals on them. Anyway guys, for those who just tuned in, welcome to Suikoden 5. We actually have a bunch of giveaways in this marathon. Just gonna do nothing for now. So Cedric, let's him move forward all the way here and kill the first 3 enemies. Yes, and yeah, we have a bunch of giveaways, and what is it again? Yeah, we have like 5 times copies of Suikoden Remaster on Steam, given from the fans, from us, like the speedrun community themselves. And we also have like a 2 Suikoden merchandise bundle, backed by Konami directly. So a bunch of giveaways here. Okay, so this is the one and only time Frederica will cast Fire Towel here, because she's not in a position to use the Dance of the Hawk, but she's in a position to cast these Fire Towels on the new enemies. Oh, do you catch me on YouTube, or do you catch the Suikothon on YouTube, Harnas? Because yeah, all of our previous Suikotons are on the RPG Limit Breaks YouTube channel as well. Anyway, pretty simple fight. We're just gonna cast Fire Towels on the enemies and use Blazing Will. Yeah, you could go to the Google form there to enter the giveaway, and we'll just randomly roll like 7 of the winners later on during the marathon. Oh, I guess you're talking about Space Coyote. Yeah, he's one of the donors for this the Suikoden Remaster codes. He's gonna donate 3 codes, and he's gonna roll the 3 of those codes at the end of his Suikoden 4 run. Yeah, Space Coyote. Hang on. So, first of all, to finish the Rainbow quest, I need to go to the inn and give back the Rose quest and recruit them as well. And we're gonna report all quests. So we have enough quests done to advance to rank B. He likes pain, Karnas. Space Coyote likes to injure himself, which is why he's keep running these like Suikoden 3, 4, or 5.
Okay, that's...
Okay.
These are the quests we have for some...
What do we do again? So for the B rank, to advance to A rank, we could we could just do a bunch of these like item quests, which we could complete without without having to wait any time. So we don't even need to walk out to the middle port to finish this quest and and advance to the A rank. But we have this one fight though, so this representative wanted fight. This is another optional fight in middle port here. It's the 3rd out of the 4 mercenary, actually 3rd out of the 5th mercenary fight. Okay, so we're gonna heal white hole. So again, like we have these mercenaries, which are like being hyped up as some kind of like secret bosses. But as usual, we're just gonna use Blazing Wall and kill them straight away on turn 1 before they get to do anything. But the enemies in this fight are kind of spread out though, so Yeah, unfortunately, you can't kill like all of them straight away on turn 1. And we need to send two of our units, melee and Lelesil, to the right side there. So just one won't be enough. There's a lot of enemies on the back, unfortunately. Now there's one path here that an all could access to sneak into the top side, and that lets Jeremy cast a rage style on all of these mercenaries straight away. So yeah, these mercenaries is not being able to do anything. Frederica not going to do anything for now, but she's going to move forward just to hunt the water elemental there. Because there's a water elemental on the corner, and the water elemental, you can't put a fire tile on top of it, right? So you can't use blazing wall on it. And they could also like move in any direction, like it's random. So I have Frederica move forward just to have a high chance of catching the water elemental quickly. That kinda sucks. Those procs are far enough, I can't catch Fire Talon too. Or actually... I could do this. Yeah. I could actually put these Dance of the Hulk, kill 2 of these straight away. Usually this proc on the front, I'm just gonna have Lelesil cast a Fire Talon on them. But because the Water Elemental happens to be in the right position for the Dance of the Hulk here, I might as well just kill them both. Can you reach this other guy too? Anyone with the fire style? No, isn't it? Oh, actually, I could try something funny. I'm gonna try something funny here. I switch to Simeon, and I think Simeon's the shredding should be able to reach that one enemy. There you go. Okay, melee here. He needs to go all the way here. Up to Lazlo. So those bats at the top, they are sometimes mid-air. And you can't use a blazing wall on the mid-air enemies because you can't put elemental tiles on top of them. So I need to have Lazlo kill this bat directly with a spell. This fight is a bit tricky because like some of the enemies are like far away, and there's some randomness as well in the movement of the procs in the back, the bats in the corner there, and also the water elemental. Although normally I don't have to actually use Simeon with this shredding here, this is just me being fancy. Okay, so yeah, we could finish all of the B rank quests here without even going outside of Middleport. There's a bunch of quests here that where you just need to deliver them an item, and because it is NG+, you already have like all the items here in your inventory without having to do anything.
What do you have to? What do you have to?
Okay, now I already have Chipo and Co upgraded to the highest level.
You accept.
And because of that, I don't need to care about Chipo and Co level anymore. So I could start doing the X and Co's quest here.
You accept.
So the fourth of the fifth Mercenaries fight, you need Chipo and Co at the highest level to unlock. And since I already unlocked that quest, I don't need to care about Chipo's level anymore. And I could start doing the X and Co spikes. X and Co's quest to buff my rank here. Okay.
Come again.
Weird. So go here and you recruit all. So last time I need to go to Razriel. Okay, so normally in Nest of Pirates I should be at like fire here, but I messed up my movement earlier. I have to like adjust the elemental day here. There you go. Yeah, so to recruit Herbie and Sigurd, you need to go to the Nest of Pirates while being at a fire or water day. Anyway, now to do our quest battle. So the goal of this fight is simply just to go all the way here to the corner and get this chest to get the Rage Dragon egg. But yeah, you have a couple of enemies on the way, like these mercenaries, and you have the Fire Dragon. So I'm not going to bother with all of those enemies, and just gonna use Frederica with a red ore to fly across all of the lava, ignoring all of those enemies. Okay, important trick here. So I'm not going to move all the way. Because if I move one tile forward further, then the mercenaries will start casting their beat items, which gonna slow down the animation time. So I have to make sure I don't move too much forward. And now that I'm here, I'm just gonna swap to Lazlo. And his damage spell have like a very high range, so I could hit the chest straight away. Easy. And the enemies doesn't even get to do anything. That Fire Dragon tried to cast a spell, but yeah, unfortunately for him, the fight is already over. Okay. So finally, we could reach the S rank now. A lot of quests to reach this S rank. Oops. But unfortunately, we have to do it to unlock the mercenaries. Okay, there you go. And now, okay, we have these three quests to register on. Because these are like the quests you need to do the optional recruits. Other than the mercenaries, you also have to accept the quest for Jean and Carl. But we don't actually have to report them though, because like the goal of this category is to recruit the characters. But you don't actually need to complete all the quests. So those three quests that we just accepted, I won't even bother to go back to Middleport to to report them and get my rewards. Okay. What do I do here again? Oh. I need another All Rider. When return GL, I leave there to Space Coyote. I heard he wants to do it after. So he's planning the all recruits NG run, not NG plus, but NG without all of these broken items. It's gonna be a super hard run, and I guess after that he might want to do an All Quest %. So stay tuned on twitch.tv/Space Coyote. Anyway, yeah, so finally we got to the final mercenary fight, the hyped up super bosses, secret bosses that seems very scary. Okay, Kirill is a bit too quick. I could still manipulate this too. I have to position Kirill in a way to bait that one skeleton. Whoa! He's almost dead. Okay, he's not dead at least. Okay, but because this place is kind of small, you could just hit all of these mercenaries on the rage with the fire tile straight away on turn 1. Very hard fight. Very important and hard fight. There's this one fire lizard that is mid-air though, so unfortunately you can't reach him with a fire towel. It's gonna have Kirill kill this fire lizard. Whew, he's at 1 health. Oh, and that's yeah, that's very lucky. Because if Kirill dies, that means I need to use melee to swap to Frederica to kill the lizard, which is a bit slower. There you go, all the mercenaries. Now you don't need to bother with quest guild anymore. We still have like a few other optional recruits to do though. Oops. Wrong button. Okay, Golan Ball. Okay, the Carl Pike is kind of unique. So, first thing first, to recruit Carl, you need to have Kirill talk to him. And so you need to make sure either Carl didn't die before Kirill got to talk to him, or you don't finish the fight too quickly without Kirill talking to him. Because it's possible for you to just like wipe out all of these enemies with blazing walls before Kirill even get to reach Carl. So yeah, you need to watch out of that, not to finish the fight too quickly. Okay, so I'm going to move here, right here, just to camp at an enemy spawn, because there's gonna be a new enemy spawn later on. And the Frederica's position needs to be exactly at the tower. It's very important. Oh, nice. I get to kill the water elemental straight away. These water elemental is also random, so sometimes like they could move like anywhere in the middle of nowhere. And also I want to level up Kirill as well for the Martin duel fight later on. So it's good that Kirill got to kill that water elemental on the way to Too tough. So these enemy will gang up. Okay, so the funny thing about Tal as well, like he seems very strong here with a high damage. But if you recruit him and once he joins your side, for some reason his weapon level got reduced by a lot, and so he becomes weak. But that doesn't matter though, because we're just gonna wipe out all of these enemies with blazing walls anyway. Okay, there's that one enemy bandit left. And I need to make sure I don't kill that bandit. Before I have Kirill talking to Paul. Because yeah, if the fight is over without me talking to Paul, then I will permanently miss Paul and this run is invalid. This run is like literally dead if that happens. Oh, also these kids, like, you don't actually have to save them, so... Oh, okay, hang on, before the kids. So, first of all, see, I placed Frederica at a specific spot, because it will displace one of the enemy bandits in a way that lets Frederica to use Dance of the Half on 3 of these units straight away. Like, if Frederica's on a different tile, then that blue spearman at the top, it will be on a different spot, and I can't use Dance of the Half to kill all these 3 enemies at once. Okay, now I just have to hope Carl moves in a spot that lets Kirill talk to him. Okay, this should be good, I think. Yeah, okay, Kirill talk to him. Oh, you know these kids. So, there's a quest, right, about finding the missing children, and you, if you want to complete the quest, you have to make sure that none of these children are dead. But I don't actually care about the quest anymore. My goal is just to recruit the characters, not to complete the quest. So if these kids are dead, it's fine. All is good. And yeah, there's this one little bandit I have to kill as well. Who should I use to kill now? Normally I was using Lazlo to kill that one, but I got distracted and I accidentally used that Lazlo for another purpose. Oh, by the way, guys, Konami has officially backed this stream and they're giving out official Suikoden merchandise bundles. Hey, it's fine, isn't it? It's fine, it's all good. Nothing's wrong. Okay, time to go to Haruna. Gonna do our last optional fight here before going back to the story. Okay, recruiting Jean. So, okay, Jean is a very annoying recruit in the NG run. Because, like, you need to get the 5 elemental fragments, and they are rare. They're like a random spawn that have a rather low chance of dropping from the elemental enemies. But this is NG Plus, and I already have all the characters anyway, all the items anyway. It doesn't matter. So, I could easily, like, recruiting Jean without any effort. Mount, Battle Mount. Okay, so what do I do here? Okay, so this fight we have to protect Kate, but the enemies are like kind of far away from Kate anyway, so it doesn't matter. So all we have to care about is just wiping out the enemies as usual. So the first two enemies in the front, I could just use Lazlo to kill them straight away before they get to move. But after this, Lazlo not going to do anything else for this fight. Because the other enemies are too far to reach for Lazlo. Yes, I think Trinton, yeah, if you want to do like a proper speedrun in the new game, I think that's what your strategy will be. Like, you recruit Noah and you try to steal those elementals with her. I think that's the most solid way of getting those elemental fragments. But yeah, there's still like a lot of RNG in like getting those fragments though. This one. Oh, nice. Okay, this is lucky. Normally I can't reach these two enemies at once. Like normally I can only reach one of them, but I got a lucky pattern here. Jeremy could reach two of them. Also, I often use Akagi here because Akagi is slow enough to be moving after the enemies. But usually, like, yeah, once I get to Akagi's turn, I'm just gonna swap to Cedric so that he could move, like, with a very high movement range and reach the enemies on the back. But the thing is, if I put Cedric on the starting formation straight away, then he'll be too fast. He'll move before the enemies. And yeah, that just wouldn't work. Okay. Just gonna have Frederica stand here, because that will bait the enemies on the top there to move in a way that is favorable for me. Normally what Frederica will do there, she will also attack the one remaining enemy that Jeremy can't reach. But this time, because Jeremy can reach both of them, then Frederica doesn't need to attack. Need to do anything, you don't need to do anything as well. So you see that Lightning Mage, she's standing on top of Fire Tile. She's standing there because I put Frederica on that specific tile there. Because if Frederica is somewhere else, then that Lightning Mage won't be on a Fire Tile, and Cedric will need to do an extra action by putting a Fire Tile on top of her. Okay, so that's the last optional recruit outside of Roget, because Roget you have to actually go to the story battle to actually recruit him. But yeah, outside of him, then that's the last optional recruit. Oops.
Welcome. Thank you.
And now we can continue back to the story. Oh, we got rank A, then. Yeah, I think usually with the fights that have that where we have to kill everyone, we tend to get rank A. But the fight where we could just kill like a bit of the enemies, that we won't get rank A for those ones. I don't know what I do here. Small. Okay, middle shallows. So this time on the first turn, instead of using Blazing Wall, we're going to use Heavenly Thunder. The Heavenly Thunder is like it's similar to Blazing Wall, but it hits the enemy on top of the lightning tiles. Well, except for these 4 enemies on the front, because Frederica and Corsilia could just reach them straight away on the start and kill them. So I use Heavenly Thunder because the enemies in the back, they'll cast Lightning Tile on themselves. So by using Heavenly Thunder, I could just reach them straight away. Now the movement and the enemy in the middle here, they are kind of randomized. So I have to pay clear attention to their movements so that I could plan my elemental tile placement accordingly. Okay, I think we could reach out the enemies here. Because sometimes like these mages in the back, they move in a way that I can't reach all of them straight away on the first turn. But this time I could reach out of them though. Thumbpick X-Play, the Suikothon. Okay, there we go. And soft fixated. Okay, good. We killed all of the enemies straight away on the first turn. There's gonna be more enemies coming up after this, but yeah, they're not going to be able to move. We're just gonna kill them before they get to move. Yeah, there's gonna like 2 sets of enemies in the back spawning after this. That's fine. $10,000 EXP, 11 levels straight away. I think that's the biggest experience gain here in this speedrun. Also, we don't actually need to kill Martin in this fight. We just need to kill his other soldiers. So those new spawns in the back, yeah, you're just gonna cast Fireball straight away on them. Pretty straightforward. Okay, we gonna have a duel now. Which is why, like, on some of the earlier fights, we do want to level up Kirill to prepare for this duel. Because if Kirill level is too low, then Martin could actually one-shot him. Even with all the broken equipments that Kirill has here, like, yeah, he still needs to have some level ups. Okay. And also, Martin sometimes have this Sword of Rage, sometimes doesn't, and if he does, then Kirill has to do an extra action here by casting the Elemental Tile. So unfortunately, this time he does, which slows down the fight a bit. Yeah, Doc Aubrey, this is an actual 1v1 fight. An actual duel, not instead of a rock, paper, scissors. Which actually, I actually enjoy it. I enjoy the duel and tactics. So it's like it's a fun and unique way to like explore the mechanics, the game mechanics here. Anyway, time for the longest fight of this run. I have to change some of these items. Mirror. The beat. Attribute. Okay, so first thing we just yeah. First thing we're just gonna do is the Dance of the Hulk to kill a bunch of these enemies next to us. So, okay. This is a complicated fight. It's a lot to explain, and I don't think I'll even if this fight is long, not sure I could be able to like explain all of the every little detail of the strategies here. And it's also very different than what you will see on any percent. Because I think on any percent, you want to kill Roget quickly. While this one is the opposite. You don't want to kill Roget. You need to have Kirill talk to Roget to recruit him. So you need to make sure you kill everyone except Roget. So the strategy ends up being very different. I think in any percent we use like 2 old riders to try to sneak behind the gate before blowing it up. But this time we're gonna like destroy the gate pretty quickly. Okay, but first things first though. We are going to have Corsilia cast an explosion on these enemies at the front. And also normally we want to hit Buzz and Ornella and ideally Corsilia herself with this explosion. Because like we don't need Corsilia anymore after this turn. So if Corsilia is killed, that will speed up the animations a bit later on. And also not all the enemies on the front here actually have moved yet, so I can't really predict where to hit it. I don't think, okay, with this positioning I can't hit Corsilia, but I can hit all the others, so that's all fine. Kirill just gonna casting a Cyclone Beat here with the enemies behind the gate. So we're gonna use Shining Wind. Wow, spoiler 3 Don, how dare you? So, what do here? Back to Cedric. And also, I want Cedric here to move all the way to the gate as well. So he is the one with the highest movement reach. But earlier I have Jeremy on party just so that I could, cause I want to have a slower character to move before like all the other characters get to move. Okay. Boss and Ornella is dead, which is actually a good thing, because like that will reduce the animation time from having to see them move. I'm not surprised, Semi Bonon. So okay, anyway, Simeon, so I use Wind Magic here because I want to hit the 3 faces on the back there on the wind tile straight away. So by killing the enemies on the back, okay, so there's 2 phases in this fight. The first phase is before Roger actually get betrayed by Iskas. And the second phase is when Roger get betrayed and a bunch of new enemies spawns. So once any enemy in the back there got hit, you'll spawn a bunch of these enemies straight away, and Roger will go to his like a phase where he feel betrayed by Iskas and he will stop doing anything other than just running away. Okay, what do I do here? Switch to under. Frederica not going to do anything anymore. So what we will do, Kirill and Cedric will just gonna move beyond this gate manually and put the fire tiles not fire tiles, put the lightning tiles on the enemies in the back. So Andre could cast Heavenly Thunder on them. One of the enemies will also cast a wind tile on themselves, which is why I'm using the Shining Wind to kill this one enemy that will be on a wind tile. And it's good that Roger ran away very quickly, because I don't want Roger to actually get hit. I want Roger to be back away from all of these enemies, so he doesn't get hit by our spells, and I don't want him to die. I want him to survived until the end when Kirill got to reach him and talk to him. Also, the enemy's movement pattern here isn't fixed as well, so if I'm lucky, I could get a fast pattern where I could kill them straight away on all of them on the turn 3. But that's not usually not the case though. Usually I still have to like wait until turn 4 to kill all of them. No, PK is not in this game, unfortunately. And you Heavenly Thunder. Okay. What do I do again? Yeah, that one fish in the back, unfortunately Cedric can't reach it yet, so I have to cast another lightning tile later on. Okay, but at least it seems I could kill out these enemies on the left side. Yeah, this fight is very long, Semi-Boron. I think that, like, it's easy to lose the plot in some of these tactics fights, but some of these fights can get very long. And this doesn't have so many enemies. That one enemy in the wind tile, that's why I still have Simeon casting another Shining Wind. Just for that one enemy. And okay, this is a bit tricky. Oh no, this isn't good. What's not good is that the Cedric moves before this blue mage, so this blue mage will probably walk out of the lightning tower after this. And I can't use Heavenly Thunder if it's out of the lightning tower. Ah, see? That ain't good. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to do this now. It's pointless for Under to cast Heavenly Thunder here. Ah, the turn order sucks. Actually, hang on, what? Can I just have someone else kill that blue? Okay, I just hope Cedric doesn't get killed by this Earthquake. It should be fun though. Earthquake is like a very RNG spell, where it's like 10 out of 15 tiles that get chosen to get hit. Okay, there you go. Is there anyone that could... Hang on. This is not something I normally have to do, so... I'm not sure what to do here. Who could actually kill... not Snow? Nobody, isn't it? Yeah, still have to like... try to manually use Heavenly Thunder here. Yeah, Earthquake is a very bad spell. It's very unreliable, because like the tile that got targeted got randomly chosen. Anyway, what's important here is that I talk to Roget, which I need to do to recruit him. Because if I don't do this, then I'll permanently miss Roget. Okay, good. That last fish kill ended up being very slow. Actually, hang on. Can I try to use Roget and kill this thing manually? Nah, can't reach him. There you go. Hello, RU9, welcome. Yes, happy Suikoden everyone. Okay, I'm sure everyone in the chat understands all of the strategies that I've explained in this fight, right? Right? Good job, Sequence. Good job. I'm sure you do. I mean, yes, pretty accurate there. Anyway, oh, Grass Couple is like it's a very fun one. Okay, so in this fight, we have 3 targets to kill. This eye fish, a very strong monster, and also these rune cannons in the back. They're like all the way back here, and it takes like a lot of time to actually reach them normally. But I'm going to kill off them in 2 turns. First of all, I need to set up my formation too. Okay, 4, and time to use power. Just go. Wait, where's Freddy go? Hang on. Ah, there you go. Okay, first thing I'm going to do though is to have Frederica go here, and it's important to kill that one mage there, because that mage is he has a silent lake, and if you don't kill him, then he will cast silent lake on our characters, and Undark won't be able to cast his magic spell, which I will need to kill the eye fish. Cedric will go all the way to corner here to reach that rune cannon on the top. And Paula will be the one to reach the rune cannon on the bottom. We're not going to bother with all of the enemies, so the strategy is a lot different than any percent. In any percent, I cast a bunch of lightning tiles to kill a bunch of these soldiers, because I can't reach the rune cannon straight away on turn 2. I need to wait until turn 3, and which is why I kill a bunch of these soldiers just so that they don't get to move on turn 2. But in this one, I will kill these rune cannons straight away on the start of turn 2, so I don't have to care about the enemies at all. Don't have to watch them move on next turn, and yeah, I'll just leave them be. Most of them, at least. If someone is blocking Jeremy's path, though, I will need Kirill to kill it. That's fine. Okay, Kirill doesn't need to kill anyone. Oops. So the eye fish is a water tile, so if I put lightning elemental, that will give a negative affinity on him, which lets Under to one-shot him straight away with one heavy thunder. Very important to have the thunder element. So this eye fish is super tough, and without the negative elemental affinity, I won't be able to one-shot him. Now that the eye fish is dead, so that's the first target, and time to reach the next 2 targets. So because Cedric's movement range is very high, you could easily reach Rune Cannon on the top. Now for this, the last Rune Cannon, so we are still some distance away, but Lazlo's double-edged sword is super OP. Not only deals a very high damage, but it has a very high casting range. So there's 8, so it could reach 8 tiles with an 8 tile distance, and I was just right in the perfect amount of distance to reach it. The damage is overkill, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that it has enough distance to kill it. The only spell that could do it. And there you go. Only 2 turns. And straight away you get to jump to another fight before we even get to do anything else. Uh, hang on. And there you go. I just scroll through the character menu to confirm that I recruited all characters. You guys catch that, right? Okay, this should be. Okay, straight away in this fight. Where's Frederica? We could have Frederica kill 7 enemies on the front immediately, just so that we don't have to watch them move. And this is why Frederica is so OP in this runs, like because she could equip Hand of God with a very high attack, and then with these Dance of the Half that could like reach a bunch of enemies at once. She could like destroy a bunch of enemies before they got to move, which saves a lot of animation time. But the rest of the fight is pretty straightforward. It's basically like the typical Blazing Wall strategies that we've been seeing on a bunch of other fights. Oof. Oh no, my waifu dies. Wait, hang on. That spearman is like all the way forward like that. That's unusual. Hang on. Okay, this is weird. I need to have Hero do this. It's not even guaranteed. No, I'm not sure what he could do. Just do this. Normally what I'll do with Kirill, I'll just cast a Rage Beat on the back because there will be new enemy spawns there, and normally I don't even need to do this, but this is kind of unusual pattern. Very cast normally. Yeah. Okay, I casted this Rage style in this. Damn it, I can't reach that mage in the back, isn't it? That sometimes happens. But yeah, the way I casted my Rage style on with Jeremy just now, like it's on a specific spot that not only hit like the enemy in this turn, but it will hit more enemies later on. That's epic. And because Cedric is so fast, he could like reach 2 of these old riders straight away in the back. Okay, this pattern is weird though, and it's a bit unlucky that that water mage is still alive. So this bowman, yeah, I purposely put the rage style in this position to bait the bowman into a fire tile. Use this. In any percent, we can't reach these last enemies here in turn 2, but because we have Cedric in this category, we could kill them in turn 2. You know what? I'll just kill this with the Lazlo instead. Okay. Yeah, 89%, so it's not guaranteed. Let's try this. I didn't realize the magic defense of this guy is so high. Very good. Yeah, normally that mage will be on a power tile, so he would have been dead on the previous turn, so I don't have to do that at all. Okay. Weird. That's Emma. Normally Jeremy would have leveled up and I don't need to use the... I could just use his Rage Sword Rune there to cast the Elemental Tile. Not this time though. CCC combo. Okay, we're coming up to the final parts of this run. Okay, so the goal of this fight is to just kill the enemy boss here, kill Iskas. But Iskas is a cheater. He's immune to spells or skills, so you can only hit him with the regular attacks. So you can't just like blazing wall him from far away. Nope, that doesn't work for this fight. So this fight is gonna be kind of a long one. What do I do again? And... Basically, there's 3 turns there. Okay, so as a start, gonna kill 2 enemies here straight away. So, it takes a couple of turns to reach Iskas, and in the meantime, the game told us that Kirill can't die in this fight, so we have to like defend against some of these enemies. The tricky part is that in this fight, if you kill more than 7 enemies, more new enemies will spawn, so we just want to keep our kill count limited to 7. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna have Paolo attack this chest here, so that it doesn't block the way. Because next turn, Paolo gonna swap Cedric and walk using this path to go to Iskas. But anyway, yeah, so we have a 7 kill limit here. Can't kill more than 7. So we can't just like kill a bunch of enemies straight away blindly. We have to like properly choose which enemies is the best to kill. It's like there's more than 7 enemies already here, straight away, on the front. And yeah, we already killed 2 of them as well. Okay, Kirill could kill this one. So that's 3. Pretty good. Now, we're just gonna kill 3 enemies here by swapping this with Corsilia and have Corsilia do a kamikaze attack. Gonna cast explosion on 3 enemies and herself. Because we don't need Corsilia anymore after this. So 1 enemy left that we could kill. And after that, we're just gonna have Lazlo and Kirill running away to the corner. Okay, in the meantime, now, hang on. No. Cedric again. I keep forgetting it. Now, those small rune cannons, they could actually inflict bad status ailments such as sleep. But fortunately, Cedric could move like a lot of tiles straight away, and he could move out of the ranges of these rune cannons. Because this is different than any percent where we don't have Cedric, and the one who I think in any percent, what we do is like we equip Iska's bracelet on Paula so that she can't fall asleep from those rune cannons while walking through the path. But in this one, because Cedric could avoid those rune cannon easily, like yeah, we don't even need to bother equipping Iska's bracelet. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm just gonna have both Kira and Lazlo run away here. Now for the actual strats. Go here and Frederica. So again, yeah, we can't kill Iskas with any skills or spells, so we have to do only regular attacks. And we need a lot of damage. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bait Iskas to cast a flaming arrows on Frederica, and that will damage her and get her below 50% health. And that will trigger a violence rune on her, which gives him berserk. And do I need to move? Yes. Yeah, so I'm baiting Iskas here to damage her, and yeah, now she's berserk, and that will buff the damage a lot so that she could just one-shot Iskas with a regular attack without any elemental affinity. Easy. Well, not easy, because it does take a lot of turns, unfortunately, and a bunch of setups. Okay, now for this fight. Oh no, I forgot my equipment setup. What do I do? What do I do, guys? We have to kill this very huge boss. What do we do? Press F to pay respects for Fishkas. He's level 40 and my Lazlo is only like level 30 with no elemental affinities at all. And yeah, that's how broken this this spell is. Yes, Mbahwen, that's a strategy basically. Just kill him. Yeah, the double H sword is like super broken, and Lazlo is like 10 level lower and like also like I mean okay, I have to equip all of the overpowered magic buff items on him though. But it's actually possible to do that setup on a regular new game as well. If you need to get an S rank on the previous Iskas fight to get the Iskas bracelet which you could use to buff Lazlo's magic. Anyway. Okay, final boss fight. We have a duel against the Evil Eye. The Evil Eye has a 999 health, so much health, so yeah. I need to make sure Kirill is leveled up enough so that he could use his final skill here. So without the final skill, he won't be able to one-shot the enemy. The enemy has a very high health. Anyway, that's it. Done. Just a couple of cutscenes to skip, and that's it for this run. We recruited all of the characters, and yeah, we beat the game. Oh, Sakeland spoiler, what the hell, man? Thank you. Somebody escorted Sakelands out of this building, please. Thank you.
And so it was that the mysterious creatures known only as evil eyes vanished from our world. Corselia thought hard about the choices before her.
Anyway, that's Suikoden Tactics NG Plus. It's actually like, okay, the any percent NG Plus is actually pretty easy to do, because your characters are already all broken, and like you could just like, all you do just have to follow the instructions to complete the run. So if anyone want to try like a rather straightforward strategy RPG run, like any percent NG Plus of the Suikoden Tactics is actually a good idea. And we also allow emulators on the leaderboard, because the actual loading speed difference between real console and emulator is actually very tiny. So yeah, and yeah, so we allow emulators, so it's a very accessible run. But if you want to grind for an optimal time, there's a lot of RNG, unfortunately. Even without your characters being able to one-shot everyone, like you still have like some RNG on the turn order and the way the enemy move and all that.
Lonely look would cloud his face.
Yeah, the any percent NG plus is easy to do. The All Recruits NG plus run, it's not as easy because like there's a lot of stuff going on in this run. But like if you're familiar with the game and like you're familiar with the fights, the game mechanics, I don't think it's that hard to do either. Because like at the end, like with NG plus, you could still like one shot a bunch of characters anyway, as long as you just follow the instructions correctly.